Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about something pretty sad, man, because it seems like it hasn't even really been that long since the last, I guess, related quote-unquote incident really unfolded. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Drake Bell, who starred on Drake and Josh, he recently got caught trying to have a relationship with a child and doing all kinds of disgusting and crazy things. I made a video talking about that. It feels like only a couple weeks ago, right? Like, it didn't seem like it had been that long. And now, unfortunately, we have one of Disney's biggest stars being charged with a felony count for an immoral communication that they had with a minor. And the crazy thing is, this isn't even the first time that this happened. So if you grew up in the 2000s, you probably remember the Disney Channel shows That's So Raven and Cory in the House. These were shows that I watched a lot as a kid, man, especially going over to friends' houses. They watched a lot of Disney. I liked Nickelodeon a lot as a kid, too. But I know these people. That's what's crazy. Like, I grew up watching these people and watching the shows that they made, the content that they produced, right? And, like, it had a pretty profound effect on my life because watching that stuff as a kid, it helped develop the sense of humor that I have, made a lot of great connections with people watching these kinds of shows and stuff at friends' houses. And then now they're all getting arrested for being complete, disgusting, perverted human beings. But going back to what I was saying, the Disney Channel shows That's So Raven and Cory in the House was starred in by someone named Kyle Massey. And he's been charged with one count of immoral communications with a minor, according to court documents filed all the way back in June. I think this was earlier, mid-June, so the felony charge was filed on June 14th in King County, Washington. The charge comes after Massey was sued in early 2019 for allegedly sending explicit photos, texts, and videos to a 13-year-old girl. The lawsuit was for intentional infliction of emotional distress, harmful matter sent with intention of seducing a minor, attempting to commit a lewd act with a minor, and annoying or blank a minor. In the lawsuit, the unnamed girl alleged she met Massey when she was 4 years old, and kept in touch with him because she was interested in a career in entertainment. According to the lawsuit, Massey became close with the girl's family and indicated that she should move from Seattle to Los Angeles to live with him and his girlfriend in Los Angeles. The girl and her mother alleged in the court lawsuit that Massey, quote, held himself out as a father figure to the girl, and contact increased in November 2018 after the girl indicated she was interested in a role on a rebooted version of Cory in the House. About a month later, Massey allegedly requested to be the girl's friend on Snapchat, and shortly after sent her, quote, numerous sexually explicit text messages, images, and videos. The suit says the girl is suing Massey for at least $1.5 million. According to court documents, Massey failed to show for his arraignment on Monday in Kings County. His representatives did not return Variety's request for comment. So this is something that, from what I understand, happened years ago, actually happening last decade at this point, as the lawsuit was apparently started in early 2019. Now, we're talking about a 13-year-old girl. Obviously, that relationship is inappropriate. I shouldn't have to explain that. Kyle Massey, by this point, is a fully grown adult. He is no longer 13 or anywhere near 13. And what he did was blatantly disgusting and predatory behavior, right? I mean, we're talking about numerous explicit text messages, pictures being sent, videos being sent. I can only imagine the disgusting shit that's wrapped up inside of that stuff, but this is not something you can write off as a mistake, right? You can't be like, oh, she was 13, I didn't know that. In this situation especially, where he very clearly was trying to get close to this kid and kind of groom them, okay? So, talking about potentially having this 13-year-old girl that he's been trying to start an inappropriate relationship with move in, okay? Move all the way with his girlfriend and him in Los Angeles. I'm not even understanding how you get yourself wrapped up in this, right? Like, you have a girlfriend, bro. Like, you can't even say, like, I think EDP445, if you remember him, I think he was essentially trying to make the argument like, oh, I was so down bad that I just didn't care anymore. You know, anything would have counted at that rate, bro. I was just down so horrible. You can't even use that defense, my man. Like, you have a girlfriend, you're in a whole-ass relationship with an adult, and the next thing you decide is you want to try to go for a child, like, yeah, jail time for this motherfucker. I don't think this one count really is doing anyone any favors, right? Considering what we've heard from this lawsuit here, if this is all truthful, and we have this guy trying to manipulate this child, trying to have this child move in with him, pretending he's some sort of like father figure / role model that can help guide this kid's career in entertainment, sending these kinds of disgusting things to her fucking phone, right? We're talking about somebody who's clearly deciding what they're doing, right? They're going through with this on their own free will. there needs to be more serious charges involved. There needs to be actual jail time for somebody doing some shit like this. Not this one little felony count, which, of course, don't get me wrong, one felony count in this degree is gonna, be pretty serious still, but are we really gonna pretend like this one charge is actual justice? Are we gonna pretend like getting one fucking felony, I guess, on your record when you were a child superstar on Disney Channel is hurting these people? Because apparently not, right? Like, we just saw Drake Bell get caught up doing basically the same fucking thing. I believe he did plead guilty, but I don't think he's going to probably end up with anything too serious. At the most, he might serve a few years in jail. He could get a delayed sentence or get probation or anything. I haven't really read up in that case, actually. But in all reality, it's kind of irrelevant to the point being made here. This is something that I don't think is going to be enough punishment. I mean, I don't think one small felony is going to be enough to deter this type of shit from happening in the future. And when you really consider this, right, this kind of falls in line with a lot of that shit that's been talked about over in Hollywood, right, where like people are forcing these people to have sex for roles and all kinds of things, like these Harvey Weinstein, Dark Side of Hollywood-esque things, right? This is yet another example, man. Like, how many people in the children industry, entertainment industry, I should say, how many people in the television industry, music industry, things like that need to be exposed for doing fucking horrible things like this, for being disgusting people. And then on top of that, he failed to show for his arraignment, so I don't know necessarily what's going to end up happening in this whole situation, but it's definitely pretty fucking disgusting, and something should be done about it. Something very serious should be done about it. Like, yeah, I guess this happened years ago, but even then, like, justice really does need to be served. You just can't make the mistake of, like, 13-year-old child, let me go for that, right? It just isn't possible, so honestly, a pretty sad story to see, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, just ashamed, honestly, and signing out.